Polito Wyckoff. One unique quality that I have to offer this program is perseverance. I have experienced many hardships in my life, such as being a caregiver while working and going to school at the same time. And although I have experienced those hardships, I am always determined to reach my goals. I am very determined, focused, and proactive in all of my commitments, whether they be with my volunteer work, my job, and in my personal life. And that's how I persevere. In regards to working in multi-ethnic and multicultural communities as a speech pathologist, I already have experience in that. So right now I work as a speech-language pathology assistant for Santa Ana Unified School District. Santa Ana has a large Hispanic and Spanish-speaking population. And because I have been working there for 7 to 8 years, I have knowledge about the community, and I have knowledge about Spanish, the language. I also have knowledge about Vietnamese culture and deaf culture. I myself am half Vietnamese and Caucasian, and I speak a little bit of Vietnamese. It's basically at a preschool level. I used to be a caregiver for a deaf elderly man, and in order to communicate with him better, I took sign language and American Sign Language classes to understand the frustrations that he experienced as a deaf man in a hearing world. Based on all of those experiences, I am able to see and be understanding and be sensitive, really, to family and community dynamics in regards to culture and ethnicity. Also, in regards to Spanish, since I can hold a conversation in Spanish and I'm aware of its grammatical structure, I think that I will be able to see if a client has errors in both languages in regards to articulation and language. When it comes to disappointment and failure, when I experience disappointment, or rather, I want to say dissatisfaction, I think it has a better connotation to it, I communicate. So if I am disappointed in another person, I communicate with them. I explain what I see. I talk about how I feel about it and whether or not that something better could have been done, or a better reaction or behavior could have been expressed by that individual. And that applies to my professional and personal life. I communicate with myself, so I kind of talk to myself. If I'm feeling anxious or stressed or upset, I sort of evaluate the situation and see if it's just me kind of overreacting and overthinking the situation, or if it's really a situation of concern where I can better myself. So one example is when I work as a speech-language pathology assistant, I feel like one of my weaker areas is working with clients who have disfluencies, so basically stuttering. And I experienced this recently where I communicated with myself and thought maybe there's a way where I can better service the student. So then I take those thoughts and feelings, and then I communicate with my supervisors and ask what I could do better, and explain that I used certain strategies, but it wasn't to my satisfaction. And from that, I'm able to improve on my skills. When it comes to failure, I really don't feel like failure is something I experience. I really feel like rather than being down and sort of remorseful on different situations, I kind of see them as opportunities of improvement. And that sort of goes with dissatisfaction. Thank you for this opportunity.